because I didn't know what to expect, because I didn't know how you went into life coaching, or coaching generally. But the fact that the consistent thing has remained observing, looking at the environment, and you were even able to say, okay, therapy, there's a stigma, but right now, what are my people open to? And of course, it feels like Africa is, sometimes I know we don't like it when they say Africa is a country, but we're quite similar, because it's the same thing here, where what's digestible is church and motivational speakers. And to even come to the decision that coaching is what will be that thing, for me is absolutely like, that's your observation. Once again, you're listening and your observation. That's an amazing gift.
Thank you very much.
And I think I thought of listening as a skill, but now I'm seeing that listening can also be at a different level, where it's a gift.
Yeah. So I'll tell you a story.
Yeah.
So when I was in university, I wasn't born again then, so hey. I was the person that listened to all the girls. So if we went to parties, everybody would be dancing. I'll be sitting down in their corner, just listening. Just listening to them yank, tell me about their problems.
And that's all we ever wanted.
So I've always had that listening ear.
Yeah.
So when I found coaching and realized that the number one competency in coaching is listening and asking questions, the second one, I realized, whoa, I'd already been trained for it.
Yeah.
So it's also, finding your natural ability, finding your natural habitat. And I often say to people, when you discover your purpose, right, you're already equipped for it. Unfortunately, many of us do not realize, what it is that we're equipped with and for what. And many of us fail to create that alignment. Yes. So when I got into coach training and they said listening and asking questions, it seemed like I went there to play. Because it was my natural thing. And over the years, whether you have a talent or a gift, you've got to develop it into a skill. Now, a lot of people don't realize that there's a difference between a gift, a talent, and a skill.
Yes.
Right? You may have a talent or a gift, but you haven't developed it. Yeah. So why does the likes of Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, why do they go to practice every day? They were born with those natural abilities, but they've turned it into skill.
Yeah.
And that's where we Africans struggle. We want to keep it as a talent and operate it as a talent. Talent is not good enough.
Talent is not good enough.
It's not. You have to develop it into a skill.
I definitely agree with you, and you're so right, because the natural abilities are there. That's how no one can take it away. But what transforms that into something you can even gain value from, something you can sell, something that can transform your life, is when you develop it.
Yes, you convert it into a science.
You convert it into a science.
Your ability to know what to do, how to do it, when to do it, for who.
For who?
To attract what value or to create what value, because value begets value. And people really truly don't value talent. People value competencies and skills. So if you do not convert it into a competence and a skill, people will not value it. And when they don't value it, you will not be valued. So you can go broke on talent. There's so many broke, talented people.
Oh gosh, I'm getting like so many aha moments right now. I'm just like, that's it. That's the podcast. That's what we're on episode 8, but that's what I've been trying to say.
Wow.
Thank you for summing that up so well, because there's always this thing that even personally I get frustrated with, when I genuinely see something in someone and you want to help or you want to connect them to opportunities, you want to do all these things, because I'm naturally inclined to just want to help. But I've never had the language for what's the thing that will take them to the next level. I know they have to develop it. I've had these ideas, but I've never really thought about it to say, like, the world values competence and skills. Like, you have to give me something for me to give you something back. I haven't had the language for that. So, like I said, we can even
wrap up,
we
right?
can wrap up. It's done. We've seen this is what we came here to do. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's absolutely
I mean,
like
talent
amazing.
is intangible.
Yeah.
Your skill is tangible. Competencies are tangible. You can sell. When you go and do an interview as an HR expert, right? They don't ask you what are your gifts and talent. They ask you what are your competencies and your
Yes.
skills.
Yeah. We're trying to know what you can do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they value you
Yeah.
based on your history
Yes.
of using that competency
Yeah.
or that that skill, right? But there's a gift and a talent. So you see, I say to people that your gift and your talent, right, is what God has blessed you with to make your purpose easy. But purpose has to be turned into profit because it will be required of you.
Yeah.
Passion, talent, they're not enough. Purpose is not enough. You've got to convert it into value. I mean, it reminds me of the parable of the talent.
Yes.
When the master came to require of the talent, he asked them, "Where is my money?" He didn't ask them, "Where's the talent?" He says, "Where's
my money?" Yeah.
Which means that he expected you to convert that talent into value, 100% value. You can only do that taking your talent and your gift and building competencies
Around that.
and skills that you can use and keep using and keep using to attract or create more value. That's it, right? The one that was given the 5 talents was required to deliver 100%. They didn't compare him with the one with the 2 talents. Neither did they compare the one with the 2 talents with the one with the 1 talent. Each one was given according to his assignment, his purpose, and his abilities, right? And the one with the 5 talents was required to go and convert it into skill and competencies and value to the value of the 5 talents. And so,
so you better deliver times 5.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, 100%.
Well, 100%, exactly.
And the one with the 2 deliver 100%.
Yeah.
And the one with the 1 he expected 100%.
Yeah.
But he went to bury it. And the master was saying to him, look, even if it meant go and apply for a job and use your talent to develop that company. Or, go and put it into a bank and earn interest. Go and sell pure water.
Something.
Go and, do something with it. It may not be at the top of the pyramid, it may not be at the bottom, at the middle of the pyramid, maybe for the masses. But do something with it. Create value with it. Attract value from it.
Yeah. That is it though. That is it. And with everyone, you've coached, individuals. I guess I'll say normal people, and you've also coached people that are already at the pinnacle, which some of us would think pinnacle. But if they're getting coached, obviously they think there's more. Is it your observation, I guess, that the people that most of these people have leaned into their natural abilities already? How much of that is a factor in success?
I mean, there are many factors. That is definitely one. There's another dimension of translating your talent into a skill or competence, right? The next level is strength. So your skills should become your strength. And that's what becomes your USP, your differentiator. Everybody can have technical skills.
Yeah.
Right? But how do I differentiate myself from you? It's my strengths.
Those things that make me me.
And make me me, and make me stand out.
And make me stand out.
And
Yeah.
separates me from you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if they call both of us that we have the talent, that we have the skill,
Yeah.
right? You have the strength. And can you utilize all effortlessly to deliver within time or in less time? That's the key. And so those guys keep developing themselves. That's why they're doing it, because you see, life is a journey. And it's a journey of progress and growth.
Yeah.
The day you stop progressing, or you stop growing, is the day you are truncated, whether in your career, in your progression, or in your life.
Anyway, yeah.
So these guys at the top of the pyramid, I mean, you are looking at them up there.
Yeah.
But that's their own starting point for the next level.
Yeah.
Because they're always setting themselves new levels. And even though it seems like they're utilizing the same strengths, the same competencies, the same skills, right? How they're measuring themselves is completely different from where they were.
From where they were before.
Yeah, so they're also on a journey of progress and growth.
Interesting. So it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop.
You can't be
Yeah.
complacent.
Yeah.
That's the next thing. Okay, so yes, you have a talent, right? You've converted it into a skill. Now it's become your strength, right? You can't stop there. You have to keep
You
going.
have to keep
Yeah, you have to keep going.
You have to keep going to the
you
next.
have to keep going. And,
Yeah.
and it's not so much of you competing against anyone. It's you showing up as your best self at every point in time. Because the ultimate that we all desire is
Yeah.
fulfillment, satisfaction, contentment, peace, and happiness. And the only thing that delivers that is that you're constantly progressing and growing. So these guys get to the point where they develop what we call a growth mindset.
Yeah.
And it's not about performance goals. It's not about that thing that I want. It's about me. So it's beyond just that thing. It's beyond having that. It's beyond getting that. It's about being
It's about me constantly becoming a better version of myself.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
And those other things are added unto you. The peace, those
their
happiness,
rewards.
the things that we're chasing,
Their rewards.
the rewards
Yeah.
could be found if we keep growing.
You find your purpose, you find
Yeah.
your talent, you develop it into competencies, you develop them, into strengths,
Yeah.
and then you keep evolving.